Yo, what it do? It's your boy Pluto here. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about 5 mistakes that a lot of people make in Apex. Like a lot of people. They're like even the average players. I'm gonna go over some decently advanced ones. Nothing too crazy. Maybe like one or something. I might do another video on that shit sometime later. But I'm gonna be like nothing like too crazy that involves like money or some shit. Like, if you want to be honest with you, one like crazy tip if you have money is get a fucking monitor. I mean, dead ass. Like, I expand on 90-inch big ass TVs aren't the greatest thing ever, but hey, each to their own, right? But in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about 5 mistakes that literally any person can improve in, whether you controller, keyboard, Nintendo Switch, mobile, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. You can definitely use these tips to get better at your game. All right, make sure y'all boys subscribe, like, comment, share the video. Like I said, I be on my fucking grind and I ain't playing around. I'm gonna take this shit serious. And more bangers coming on the way. Let's go. Alright, for the first mistake that a lot of people make is not knowing their legend. Let me tell you what I mean by that. It's very indirect. Knowing your legend is basically knowing how you can escape a situation and position yourself according to whatever legend you're playing. For example, look, I'm playing Horizon right now. Horizon Wraith, incredibly aggressive. So you could play like stupid aggressive as Horizon Wraith, Pathfinder, just someone to escape mainly. But as you see right here, I just pushed down on the guy and threw a grab lift. If I was playing literally any other legend that did not have an escape, like let's say for example Seer, this dude could just shoot me on the zip line. And also look at this guy right here. He's playing Ash. Look, I have 0 gravity. Boom. He's getting that fall damage, like not fall damage, like that kind of that FOV change and like when you fall and your movement. And I'm playing Horizon. I have 0 gravity. I don't have to worry about that type of stuff. So the first mistake that a lot of people do is not knowing your legend. Know your legend's ins and outs, know how to use the ult. You don't need to, of course, be an expert at it. I mean, shit, I could play fucking Rampart and still, you know, get a crazy game, even though I absolutely despise Rampart. But for the most part, know your legend and use what your legend could do and what the other legend that you're playing against cannot do. Or if it's the same one, doesn't matter. It's still, just play your card correctly and you definitely get a difference. Alright, for the next mistake that a lot of people do is armor swapping. For example, if you just got done with a fight and let's say you hear someone or you're just paranoid in general, get an armor swap. You don't need to have a god swap that like you could swap stupid fast. Like this clip right here that I specifically switched clips for. Like, look at this armor swap. You don't need to have a swap like this. Boom, right in front of that guy's face. If I didn't get that swap, I would have won 100% died. Like, you don't need to have a swap like that. But if you can get that swap, that I promise you to God, that will absolutely elevate your game. Like, seriously, if I didn't have a swap like that, I would have 100% died. So definitely an armor swap, like if you could master that, get that down, definitely like try to get that down if you can. I mean, you could somewhat practice with it, get like a death box, get like an uncontested area, and you could just chill out and practice that type of stuff if your teammates are willing to let you do that. But that's definitely something that you should work on. Every single person, like I mean it, literally every single person. If you need to increase your speed of your cursor, I mean, you don't have to. You need to play what's like, you know, good for you. Mine, that one right there, obviously I'm good with mine because if I could do a swap like that, yeah, I'm pretty damn good at it. So yeah, for the second mistake a lot of people doing is not armor swapping. Even if it's a common, it doesn't matter. That 50 HP could definitely help you. If it's like let's say like a broken red and there's a like a blue evo, that 75 HP is gonna definitely be better than you attempting to pop a bat when you can't get it off. Of course, there's times where you were better off getting that that red shield instead of the blue, but 99% of the time that's not gonna be the case. Getting that extra damage, well, I meant that extra health will definitely help you in whatever situation is at hand. Alright, for the next one is definitely be huge too, and that one's gonna be know your sense. Let me tell you what I mean by know your sense. Look at this right here. Look at this one too. A lot of people, when it comes to the sense, have their sense either too high or they just don't really know how to control it. Let me not you know, exaggerate saying that I have a, you know, excellent control over my sense. No, I don't always, of course, have control over my sense. Sometimes, if you watch my videos, sometimes I might, you know, kind of be like super chalky, kind of going up, down, left, right. But the thing is though, the amount of times I do that is very low. Like, you could have a decently high sense, so don't get me wrong, but your dead zone comes into play, and how much you move your stick left and right, or up and down, comes into play too. If you have a high sense, you got to move your stick accordingly to how high your sense is. If your sense is really high, move it definitely a little bit slower, or if needed, play on a higher dead zone. But that's one thing I feel like every single person struggles with. That is not a incredibly good player or a good player. Like, I feel like that's what it takes. I have to absolutely master. I say, like, my sense is incredibly good. I mean, shit, like, I'm a hella good player. Like, I mean, look at the kills, look at the damage. But even then, I still don't feel like I've absolutely truly mastered the art of that, because a lot of this game is mainly close range. Let's be honest, it's mainly close range. So if you can master the close range game, that's gonna put you ahead of the other people that either have a mediocre one or a really bad one. And I don't mean like getting that lucky 160 with a car. No, I'm talking about you get a consistent 120 plus damage with whatever gun you're using. That's why I say that mastering your sense at a close range is very important. Like, just moving it slow and make sure it's steady, and make sure you're up and down. Your vertical sense too is also good, and move it accordingly to how fast or slow your sense is. So yeah, that's gonna be the third mistake that a lot of people do make, and that is having a bad sense. Alright, for the next mistake that a lot of people do make is positioning. For example, look in the situation. I'm in a 2v1 and I am playing high ground a lot. I will only push if I get a absolutely worth it situation, like, or opportunity. Like right here, this Caustic has been constantly peeking me. And another thing too is, if you want to, like, if you're playing solo, play on your toes. What I mean by that is constantly attack angles if you can. Like, look at this guy, look at that, he's got absolutely shredded. And I jump down right here, Caustic trap. I know Octane's gonna push me because I just stopped at the trap and all that. Look at him, he threw his pad, terrible pad. He goes to my Horizon grab lift. I have a double tap Eva, so I'm just gonna absolutely just bully him. And I had to shoot these guys' bodies. These guys were so damn annoying. They were camping there for a while, man. They did all that camping to scare to push the 2v1 just to die like that. And I get third party of the last team right here. But I mean, you can probably guess I ended up with the dub. So I also think right there our armor swap too. So like I said earlier, the tip, armor swapping, really nice. Third party armor swap. But this one, like I said, with positioning, high ground is definitely, I mean, it's not Fortnite, let's be honest. You can still, you know, be a demon when it comes to low ground. Even in Fortnite, you can too. But in this game, if you, like if you have the height advantage, like, you will have a huge advantage over your enemy. Like, or you could drop down like I do right there. Like I said, know your legend. I'm Horizon. I could play super aggressive like that and get the damage off. It's worth the investment somewhat. This guy pushes me. This guy right here, I will explain this earlier, his mistake that he did. This would be my final tip of what this guy did. Anyway, back to it with positioning. As you see, keep playing on your toes. I'm not staying in one position for the most of the time. I'm going up, down, I'm moving around, I'm checking angles and all that. On this building, I could have played different angles too, like window angles. You could play that too. Know your surroundings. That's definitely a good one. Do not play in the open. Like, I could have played at the grab cannon, right? But that's in the open. That's in a bad spot. This tip is mainly for solo play, but you could definitely implement this into your other games. If you get good at positioning, then like legends that like don't have like escape, like Seer and all that, then you could definitely be hella good at those legends. But positioning is definitely one thing that I still believe that I don't even have the greatest positioning in the damn game. That's something I definitely need to work on, because I play a lot of escape legends like Horizon, Wraith, Bang, Pathfinder. You get the point. So positioning is definitely one thing. How to position up at a specific angle that you have an escape without an ability for the most part. Sometimes, yes, I do get cocky and I do ego chow. Ego chowing is like, let's say there's a guy in a head glitch and you just straight up slide out. You do not give a singular fuck and you will absolutely challenge that guy with an R3 or 1 or whatever. It does not matter. That's an ego chow, which I don't recommend doing that a lot unless, I don't know, you're feeling like that, you're feeling stupid confident or something like that, or you know your aim is just like that. But that's definitely one. Like, positioning is like one of the two bases of this game. Like, I think basis like of this game, or any battle royale game, or any game in general really, is positioning and aim. Positioning is definitely like one thing I think in every single game, because not every game of course has a shooter or whatever. Like, but positioning, I think every game has a bit of positioning into it, and if you can master positioning, then yeah, you definitely could get somewhere in any single game, like how I stated earlier. Alright, now for the final mistake. Alright, for the final mistake. I brought back this clip for a reason. Like I said, I was gonna go back on it. I'm gonna let it play, and then I'm gonna tell you guys what he did wrong and what I did right. So he's pushing me right here. I'm over here popping a bat. Boom. He's still low. I get the kill. Now, if you were going by what I was saying, and why I replay this clip specifically, is because healing. A lot of people do not care about healing. Oh my god. I cannot tell you how many idiots I have that you hit them for 130 and they just turn their fucking brain off and re-peek you, and 90% of the time they fucking die. They might hit you for an extra 50 damage or some shit, but they die. Like, I just don't understand why people just do not like healing. Like, let me tell you, for example, that guy right there, I hit him for 90 plus damage. I think it was like 110 total, something along the lines of that, right? Over half his HP. And I pop a bat that gives me 125 HP plus the 90 or 80 or whatever the hell I have on top of that, and that fucker still is at no shield and a little bit of damage HP. Like, that's like, do you hear that? Like, why would you not give yourself plus 125 HP? That's a mistake that I think a lot of people do. I think that's one of the things that separates a above average player to an average player or an under average player, is healing. A lot of people underestimate healing, and they will just re-chow, re-peek, re-push dumb ass plays because, like, I don't know what they're thinking. Like, you just got damaged a lot. Why are you being aggressive? Definitely, I have times where I'm aggressive too when I'm low, but 99% of the time, I don't die because of that. Normally, I'll get the kill, or like the kill's 1 HP, and I just have to get something real quick, or like it's like a Caustic or a Watson or Fragment East, and I just want to get them out the game, or Rampart. But for the most part, I don't really push when I'm low because, I mean, come on, that just doesn't sound right. You're pushing at 50 HP while the other player just popped 125, like, plus HP on top of the 80 they already have or something like that. Just the sound of that doesn't make sense on why someone would want to do that. Alright, well, that's going to be it for today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, of course. And I'm going to be on my grind like I've been saying earlier. And the other video, I'm going to be on my grind. I'm going to be like switching from different videos too. Now I'm not only gonna do gaming, I might do some like reacting videos or some shit like that later on around my birthday, which is in 2 months from now. I'm probably gonna get like a camera and shit, maybe do like a little face cam, a little light in the background and shit, so it can make it better. I'm telling you, these videos are about to be like really good, so just stay tuned. I'm gonna be on my grind. And back to the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Use tips against me or whatever, it doesn't matter as long as y'all are better. Hey, I left with something that left an impact on you. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today's video, and I'm out.